Sa linya na natin, Batangas 2nd District Representative Jervy Luistro. Congresswoman Luistro, ma'am, si Joel Siweng. Good morning.
Magandang umaga, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, may bago daw ebidensya ang prosecution laban po sa ating Vice Presidente. Pwede niyo ba kaming i-enlighten dito po sa development na ito?
Actually, Joel, we cannot divulge the details of this new evidence if ever there are. But the list that we can share to the public, we have submitted already our pre-trial brief kahapon. And as to the number of witnesses, the final number is 57.
57.
Yeah. Yes, that is correct.
The last time na nag-usap tayo, ma'am, 25. Paano umabot ng 57 this time?
It is because we became very conscious about the rule that witnesses and exhibits which are not marked or presented during pre-trial cannot be presented during trial. Ibig sabihin, nagsigurado na kami. So we included every piece of evidence na alam namin may relevance whatsoever dito sa impeachment, articles of impeachment, and that is why from 25, it rose to 57. But of course, it is the discretion of the prosecution kung yan bang 57 na yan, in total number ay i-present lahat during the trial. The discretion is with us.
Yung bang 57, ma'am, nakataga na sa bato yan. Baka naman on the way to the impeachment, mabawasan.
Oo, biglang umatras.
Biglang matras.
That's what I am saying. No, it actually belongs to the parties the discretion to present, whether to present or not. All those witnesses, it will be the prerogative of the party who will be presenting the same. No? Ibig sabihin, to your question, iprepresenta ba yan lahat? We will see until the actual presentation of evidence. It is the discretion of the parties to decide on that.
Doon po sa 4 na articles of impeachment, alin ang pinakamarami ang testigo ninyo?
Confidential fund. Because of course, we know that confidential fund is very voluminous and each piece of document needs to be identified by oral testimony of witnesses. No? So pag maraming documents, marami din witnesses.
So ibig sabihin, dahil nga nagsigurado na kayo, bawal pala sa impeachment court, Joel, yung surprise witnesses, surprise documents. Hindi na katulad yung dati nung nangyari kay dating small lady. Remember? Small lady. At saka yung sinasabing mga dokumento na nakasabit sa gate ng bahay ng isang kongresista tapos biglang ipipresenta sa impeachment court. Hindi pwede yon, Congresswoman.
Hindi pwede. Bawal ang surprise witnesses. That is why lahat ng ebidensya dapat mamarkahan during pre-trial. No? Otherwise, kung hindi mo yan namarkahan, hindi mo nasama ang pangalan, wala kang reservation, no? They will not be allowed to be presented during the trial.
Ibig sabihin ba, ma'am, doon sa pre-trial brief kahapon na naipresenta po ninyo, kasama na doon yung binabanggit na bagong ebidensya?
I believe so, no? As a matter of fact, dapat kasama lahat. Otherwise, mag-a-apply yung rule na bawal siyang i-present during the trial.
Okay. Yung pong, hindi ko na po hingin kung ano yung detalye ng bagong ebidensya, pero on a general sense, patungkol po ba ito sa unexplained wealth or confidential fund pa rin?
I cannot comment really, no? But anyway, kasi malapit na yung trial natin It will be on July 6. And of course, sooner or later, mapapublicize din yung pre-trial brief. Lalabas din yan sa media because anyway, that's part of public document already.
Opo.
Parehas na filed na kahapon, even the pre-trial brief of the defense, no? Kaya I am sure makikita nyo yung list of witnesses, list of exhibits to be marked during the pre-trial.
Alright, mag-practice na kayo mag-Tagalog, ma'am, ha?
Definitely. Kailangan natin yan, Joel.
Hindi naman kayo mahirapan kasi Batanggenya si ma'am.
Yeah, at saka generally speaking, ang mga Pilipino, bilingual yan. No? We speak English, we speak Filipino. No? Ang mas importante sigurong ma-share sa public is our initiative in the Congress to come up with actual translation of the trial
Mhm.
to as many dialects as possible. And we are soliciting actually the help of our colleagues in the House. Remember that the members of the House came from the different districts from the entire nation, no? So yung translation from English to many dialects as possible, kayang-kaya yan na i-facilitate. Kung hindi man sila personally, somebody from their district to come up with translation, we can make use of our Congress TV na nag-e-air na.
Okay. Ma'am, itutuloy niyo ba yung paghahain ng motion na para huhilingin sa impeachment court na bawasan po yung threshold o maibaba yung botong kailangan para ma-convict po ang Vice Presidente kung makikita natin sa mga ebidensya? Paano po yun, ma'am? Considering na dalawang miyembro na ho ang bawas, no? 22 na lang.
Oo.
Tapos baka mabawasan pa yung kasi meron pa raw mga nakaumang na mga kaso.
Oo.
Paano tinatalakay ng prosecution panel po yan?
Actually, Joel and Weng, yung Avellino versus Cuenco na doctrine, no, that is very much enlightening. And if we adopted that for the purpose of change of leadership, I don't see any difference why we will not consider that for the purpose of determining the threshold or the required number of votes for the purpose of conviction, no? But in addition to that, Joel and Weng, para sa mas madaling understanding ng ating mga kababayan, I always anchor my explanation on the mandate of the Constitution.
Mhm.
Kaya may senador ay para irepresenta ang sambayan ng Pilipino, no? So kung ang senador ay nakakulong, kung ang senador nagtatago, can we honestly say that they're actually representing the interest of the Filipino? I think the answer is very clear. It's a no, no? So kung walang representation ng taong bayan, it means that the threshold needs to be adjusted. And the doctrine in Avellino needs to be applied, no? Anong sabi sa Avellino? If the senators are outside the coercive power of the Senate, they should not be regarded for the purpose of determining the quorum, no? And that should not be regarded as well, by analogy, for the purpose of determining the required number of votes, no?
Ma'am?
So, along with that explanation, dun sa original nating numero ng Senado, which is 24,
Mhm.
you apply the doctrine of coercive means, aba ay 22 na lang, no? And if we go back to the Constitution, anong sabi? 2/3 of all. Hindi naman sinabing 2/3 of 24. So, ang ibig sabihin, 2/3 of senators within their coercive power. So, that's 2/3 of 22, no? Hindi ako magaling sa math, kayo na magkwenta.
Ma'am, kailangan ba ito ba'y magiging parang prejudicial question na kailangan mo nang masettle bago kayo dire-diretso sa trial proper? Kasi mahalaga yatang ma-determine muna kung ano magiging position doon sa threshold na yon bago kayo dumako sa botohan at magkaroon ng trial proper.
First and foremost, no, Weng, mahaba pa itong trial na ito.
Mhm.
Sa estimate ko nga, abutin ito hanggang end of September, no?
Mhm.
So yung sinasabi natin na hihinto to give way to this prejudicial question, I don't think, sapagkat sa dulo pa natin kakailanganin actually yung certainty as to the number of votes required for the purpose of conviction, no? Second, as a general rule, justiciable question yan because
Yes.
it pertains the procedure in the Senate, no? At kamukha nitong petition about the leadership, di ba, dinismiss ng Supreme Court. They refuse to resolve the issue for the reason that it is a political question which belongs exclusively to the constitutional autonomy of the Senate, no? Kaya lang, ang worry ko, sa sobrang ka-serious nung issue, baka hindi ma-resolve kung
Exactly.
magre-rely lang among the senators, no? So, it is on that light that yesterday I said, kung talagang walang means ma-resolve amongst themselves, no? Perhaps at least the Supreme Court can help enlighten the senators on how to resolve the issue like that, no?
Pero kailangan po may mag-petition.
Yes. There should be a petition, otherwise the Supreme Court cannot
Yes.
act.
Okay. Ma'am, Sabi niyo po, dapat i-apply dito yung Avellino versus Cuenco
Yeah.
ruling. Pero ang sabi nga nila, ang impeachment ay sui generis. A class of its own, hindi siya katulad ng sa legislation. Pero yung Avellino versus Cuenco ay pertains to the legislative body bilang sa Senado bilang legislative body. Pwede ba siyang ipatupad sa impeachment process din?
Nonetheless, both the impeachment process and the legislative process has a required quorum.
Mhm.
Has threshold for the purpose of voting, no? So I think the issues concerning the number of vote, the threshold, the required quorum, no, can apply to both. Sapagkat in both instances, whether legislative session or impeachment hearing, palaging may kailangang quorum.
Opo.
Palaging may kailangang threshold, no? And that is the very rationale in the case of Avellino versus Cuenco, no? So, kung ito naman ay parehas ang set of facts, meaning we're talking about quorum, we're talking about threshold, why are we not going to apply it to both instances, whether the same is legislative or impeachment hearing?
Ma'am, magdaragdag pa po kayo ng private prosecutors? Sa ngayon yata nasa 10 na kayo eh.
Yes, we have 10 already and we still have a lot who are communicating with us, no? But definitely magkakaroon ulit tayo ng press con for the purpose of introducing the additional private prosecutors before the hearing, the trial starts on July 6, no? Kung hindi man ma-accommodate lahat for the purpose of the trial, I mean, they will not be part of those who will be entering appearance. Definitely, the remaining private prosecutors will be part of the team, at least dun sa preparation, because preparation plays a very big role in the trial of this impeachment case.
Alright. Panghuli na lang siguro, Congresswoman, tumaas po na mahigit sa 11% yung net worth o yung halaga ng ari-arian po ng Vice Presidente at saka yung kanya pong asawa noong 2025 kumpara noong 2024. Can this be used against them, ma'am? O pwede bang talakayin din po ito? Natatawa si ma'am, oh. Palagay ko, ito na yung bago nyo ebidensya, no, ma'am?
It's because your question is on the merits.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Sige,
under
ma'am.
the Senate rules, we are prohibited to comment on the merits of the case.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Oh.
But
Naisama ka
anyway,
naman.
Opo.
para lang masatisfy natin ang ating mga listeners, no? Sa issue ng unexplained wealth, ang importante, dapat yung acquisition justified ng lawful income. Yung acquisition, dapat justified ng lawful income. Yung property, dapat kayang patunayan na kaya mong bilhin on the basis of your lawful income.
Ma'am, 2 linggo na lang po at magsisimula ng impeachment trial. Paano yung i-describe yung kahandaan ng prosecution team sa ngayon? Mayroon pa bang loose end na hinahanapan ninyo ng maisaluhan ito?
Tuloy-tuloy, Weng, ang aming preparation, no? Pero ang realization ko, preparation is always never enough, no? Kasi there's always room for increasing the preparation that you already have, no? So basta tuloy-tuloy lang while we still have time waiting for the July 6, dire-diretso ang preparation ng prosecution team.
Alright, ma'am. Salamat sa oras. Mag-ingat po kayo.
Thank
Good
you
luck,
po.
ma'am.
Thank you, Joel and Weng, at salamat po sa lahat ng mga sumusubaybay ng programa.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning.
Batangas 2nd District Representative Jervy Luistro, House Lead Prosecutor, mga kapuso.
Saksi sa
Alam mo,
Double B!